Alright, hello and welcome back to another Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl session. Today, we're brawling out with Rona, Herald of Invasion. This is a historic 100 card Brawl deck. It is Dimir Reanimator, and Rona, her front side, is one of our key players in being able to siphon through our deck by drawing, discarding, in order to be able to put our big fatties in the graveyard and then reanimate them. In a pinch, you can flip this over to be Rona Tolarian Obliterator, and when it gets dealt damage, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. If it's a land, you may put it onto the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. That's a late game thing if it's a really grindy match. But for the most part, we're trying to tap this to draw a card, then discard a card. We have other ways of getting cards into our graveyard with not Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce should be here with cards like Consider. Why? Not this one. And I don't want to put Spell Pierce here. And I want to put 3 steps ahead. Oh my Lanta. It's all nice and organized. There we go. With cards like Consider, Surveil 1, draw a card. So Surveil lets you put the top card of your library in the graveyard. So if it's one of our big fatties, then you can do that. 3 steps ahead, one of the things is you pay a blue and 2 colorless to draw 2 cards, discard a card. That helps us put cards in our graveyard. Kitsa, Otterball Elite is another one of those draw discard cards. It has prowess. You can copy spells. You can copy some of our reanimation spells. Malcolm has flash. You can play it on their turn, dude, and then it deals damage. You draw a card, discard a card, helps us do that. Psychic Frog, we can discard cards. Buried Alive, put 3 creature cards into my library from my graveyard, or into the graveyard from your library. And then Obsessive Stitcher is kind of the gap between reanimation and what we're trying to do with the draw discard. So this is a looter, and it also can sacrifice to return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. We have a metric boatload of reanimation spells. I think this one is kind of cool and slept on. Quest of the Necropolis. It costs 1 black, so you can play it on turn 1, and then every time you play a land, you put a quest counter on it, and it costs 1 less to sacrifice, so you use 6 mana to put a creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield, and every quest counter makes it cost 1 less. Classic Reanimate, that's one of the reasons why I built this deck, was knowing that this card is in our available cards to use. And there's a whole bunch of other creatures. Victimized lets you return 2, so we can sacrifice Rona and be able to bring 2 big fatties back. The fatties we're looking to bring back are Mind Flare is one of the ones where I feel you can cast it and still be able to reanimate it and steal one of their things, all the way up to cards like Shieldred, Whispering One, and Jinga taxes to attack their hand. Shieldred attacks their creatures. Bristlebrand is another reason why I wanted to try playing this, because it's legal in this format, drawing a bunch of cards. Sundering Titan, if we're playing a multicolored base deck, it can be devastating. Runescar Divan can help us go find a whole bunch of our cards that we have in between our reanimation spells and our fatties. It's a Dimir Control Reanimator deck. Like, subscribe, notify. Thank you, Jimmy Colorado, for sticking around for so long in the Patreon. If you want to do Patreon, links in the description below. Remember to like, subscribe, notify. And let's get into a few games that we played on stream today. If you want to join us on stream, Mr. Pisto Plays on Twitch. And I'll pick a few of the games that we play to put this together. And we can brew decks together as well. All right. Have fun in the games, and we'll see you after. Bye for now. We have ways to discard. We have a reanimation spell. We'll keep this up against Jodah the Unifier. 5 mana, 5/5 legendary spell. Creatures get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendaries. Yeah, if you want to follow me, look me up on, I have a Discord channel. It's Mr. Pisto Plays, my Discord channel. So if you're viewing on YouTube later watching this video, Mr. Pisto plays on Discord, or you can find me on YouTube when you're watching this video. Mr. Pisto plays my YouTube channel. Yeah, we're just waiting for this Jodah to decide whether or not they want to keep it. We'll probably start with Rona over Malcolm, but we'll see. We'll see. But we have a good two really good, powerful reanimation targets. We'll surveil. We will surveil that land. Although maybe we should have kept that land. Keeping that land might have been a good idea. We do need to draw. We do need to play lands to get to spells. Draw this card. Or this one. That will actually help us later. We can Malcolm later down the line if we, or Tails End. Yeah, we're gonna Tails End. No, thank you. We're not. Oh yeah, we're at 5. We'll draw. I'm gonna discard the Rune Scar Demon. Then we're gonna go here. Here. Get Shieldred. And then we'll see what happens. Well, thank you for the sub on YouTube, and anyone else who's watching this one. Like, subscribe, notify. Bye-bye Shieldred, but I'm going to get Runescar Demon back anyways. We have Persist. You will draw this card. I guess I'll discard that. Then I'm going to Persist. The Runescar Demon. Go find... I'd like to find another reanimation spell. I guess I could go just get Reanimate. And do it all this turn. Reanimate. Cast, Reanimate. And Shieldred. And then see if they have another removal spell. Shieldred's pretty oppressive against this kind of deck. There we go. Nice W. On to the next one. Mono black. I don't really like Sundering Titan in a mono black. This feels a little bit better. Get to go first, so we're against Aclazot. Deepest Betrayal. And it attacks. Each opponent discards a card. That's good for us. We will keep this. We'll start with this Restless Reef, I guess. Whenever an opponent discards a land, they get a bat. We're going to do this. There's a good chance Rona will die here, but that's just how she goes. Fetch, shock. Cast. No die. That's nice. So if sewers into, we can like Bowmasters. Probably discard the cut down. Yeah, we'll do this first. Do I want to draw that? Not really. Draw this card. Oh, just card kits. Turn. Bowmasters. Can be my next play. Cyclonic Rifting this isn't actually a bad idea. Get them off a turn on this. But they're gonna try to rip her hand apart. Sure. Bye-bye, Rona. I'm just gonna run. Because why not? We'll bobble. Drawing a land. A rift. That. Maybe banning Kitsa was a bad idea because it's kind of a secondary looter to help us dig. Dark Ritual. And Ritual out Liliana. We'll do this. Ritual out Liliana. Just any graveyard or my graveyard? From my graveyard to the battlefield. We're just gonna mill. And then attack. We have we have two different ways of killing this. And they probably have a bajillion ways of killing Liliana. Yep. Land. Mill. Pay 3 life. Blow that up. Maybe I should have played this first. Play that. Back. Gonna keep ticking this up. Picking up the Lily. I would like that spell to fizzle. If the first part of a spell that is an adventure doesn't resolve, then it'll just fizzle and go to the graveyard, because I do not want them to be playing the 7 mana side of that thing. We can always get our Bowmaster back if we need to. Sure. That's an interesting one. Not the greatest against what this is trying to do. We're going to Rona. They probably have another removal spell because they're mono black. Attack them. Target opponent puts a creature from. They don't really have any creature. We can blow this up again. Not. That's an interesting one. Flip it. This makes it a better blocker. River's Rebuke. Get in for 2. This has been a rough one. Bye-bye, River's Rebuke. Hello. Card that. on land and we have a hull breaker. That is not a land. Do this. I think I'm gonna get Bajuka. Fog you. Tax. I have counterspell for that. And we can get a Hullbreaker Horror next turn. A tight one. Blocks. We're just gonna do this. We're not gonna mess around with things. This thing attacks. Each player discards a card. Sure. Think they're in trouble now? As we go Brainstorm, return that to their hand. We will put these two back. Doesn't really matter. Gonna Scalding Tarn, shuffle them away. Go and find that. We'll attack with these. One, two, three, four. Yeah, so they'll eat one. Jump. And turn. So we have this Siphon Insight to bounce something. That's fine. This returns a spell, right? That is also fine. On their end step, I'm going to bounce the Revealing Curtain, I think. There we go. Hullbreaker Horror for the W. All right. That's the last one. Thanks for watching on YouTube. We're going to talk about the deck, and then we'll be on to the next one. All right. That was our Rona Herald of Invasion Dimir Reanimator deck. I'm not sure which card I got rid of there. So when I go back, we'll just have to say no to the save of the deck. Yeah, we saw how grindy the deck could be. And we saw how oppressive getting big things out early can also be. So if you had fun with this deck, let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, notify. Patreon's in the description. Join me on twitch.tv/Mr. Pisto Plays. And YouTube is gonna think you like this video. And the video over here is one of the videos I'm gonna pick. I'm not sure which one. Been a while. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you, stay safe. Bye for now.